Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Becca. My main Instagram is RJM Fitness. My other Instagram, which I'm not on as often, is Life with Becca M. Give those a follow. They'll be in the description box below. Today's video is coming from my car. Had a field trip today. We got back. I've got a little bit of time before I gotta get back on my bus and get to the high school. So, today's video is how quitting MLMs and going through a bankruptcy was able to get me a new car. Now, this car is not 100% new. We trade in our 2015 Chevy Malibu for a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta because I wanted a stick shift vehicle and I needed a vehicle to build up my credit, or to help to build up my credit. I've got a couple other things that are helping to build it. This is just to give that a little bit of an extra boost, and I have always wanted to learn a stick shift. So it is a stick shift car. It is a manual. It is a Volkswagen Jetta. It is gorgeous. It is pretty. It is so nice, and it is mine. Well, it's mine and my husband's, but, you know, mine. So, how becoming anti-MLM and quitting MLMs and going through bankruptcy was able to get me this car. So, let's start with the bankruptcy. During the summer, I went through a bankruptcy. It got discharged back in December, and that kicked out almost 80 grand worth of debt. That mixed with credit card debt from helping out my parents, paying bills, MLMs. It kicked out medical bills. It kicked out my vehicle and another vehicle because I owned 2 vehicles when I was working at the jail. I owned those 2. Yeah. Why did I own 2? I owned a 2016 Dart GT and I owned a 2017 Jeep Cherokee Limited. The Jeep ended up getting into an accident, so it was going to be done for anyway, so I gave that up. And then the Dart GT was a lemon. It was a piece of crap, so I gave that up. I was just like, wipe my hands with this. So that definitely played a bigger role in being able to get a car that we actually really wanted. The Chevy Malibu we basically got because my husband hit a deer, and so we needed to get a car. Needed something cheap, but needed something good, and Chevys are good, reliable cars. So we went to CarMax and got a Malibu. So we did that. And we decided, after talking, we were looking for a while, we were just like, okay, let's go and get a stick shift car. I've always wanted to have a stick shift. Ever since I learned to drive, I got my permit when I was 16. I got my license when I was 17. Always wanted to learn. By the time that I was really starting to learn, my parents traded in that car on an SUV for my mama bear. So, you know, it is what it is. So, I'm 26, so for 10 years now, I've wanted to learn stick shift. And obviously I'm in my car at work. I know how to drive it. I still have issues on hills. Hills trip me up majorly still, but we're getting better at it. I'm going to create a sign and put on my back windshield that says, new to stick shift, back off. So that takes a big role because, yes, that did kick out so much debt. We were paying $2 grand every month just towards my bills alone. So now we only have the car, a little bit of my husband's bills, and daycare costs. Obviously, I've got a Walmart credit card and a Fingerhut account, so there is a little bit of my bills now, but overall, it's not too bad. There are some medical bills that came after the bankruptcy that we're, you know, chipping away at. But aside from that, kicked down almost 80K worth of debt. So that definitely helped to be able to get this car. So now that that's out of the way, how quitting MLMs really helped us to be able to get this. Because if I was still in a MLM, this video might be a little short because I don't feel like talking for forever. And it is 109. I only got a couple minutes. Anywho, so quitting MLMs honestly have saved me so much money. I save roughly about $200 to $300 a month. So if we go on the lower end, just do $200 a month. Just go on that end. Times that by 12. I'm saving a lot of money. I'm saving over $1,000 every year that I'm not in MLMs. So, you know, you've got, I quit them all back in like April, May, so we'll go May. So June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. That's eight months. You know, 200, 400, 6, 8, 1,000, you know, 2, 4, 6. I've saved $1,600 at the lower end. Obviously, I could have saved more. I could have saved less. I'm just going with a base general number of just 200 exactly. If you put in the numbers for a couple MLMs, it's probably more, maybe less, depending on the company and how much I was buying every single month. But we'll just go with $1,600 over the past 8 months. Imagine if I was spending $200 to $300 every single month. We wouldn't be able to afford this car. Now, granted, we still only have one car payment. It's not much higher than our other one because we basically broke even. We're just, you know, financing a little bit more because it is a Volkswagen. It's a, you know, it's not a domestic car, and there's like warranties and gap and everything rolled into it. But our payment isn't much higher. So we still have one car payment, but still, think about it. If I was still putting the $200 to $300 every month into it, we wouldn't be able to afford a car payment that's $20, $30 more than what we're paying now. You know, on the high end, $50 more a month. On the low end, $20. You know, because then we've got daycare costs and we've got all of my other bills. And then on top of that, I'm paying for MLMs. You know, we'd be really, really freaking strapped for money. So we'll go back to the number of $1,600. That extra $200 a month that I'm not spending is going into being able to pay down my husband's bills, being able to put aside to put the extra towards the car. Now, because it's a newer car, my insurance actually dropped a little bit. So I'm saving about $5 whole a month. But no, it dropped a little bit more than that. We're saving about like $20 more a month. But still, so we're able to take that money and put it into the car, into other bills, into stuff that we need, into, now I grocery shop every 4 to 6 weeks. I like to use up everything that we have before I grocery shop. All of my meats of any kind, all of my carbs of kind, all of my veggies, all of my fruits. I like to use up everything before I go and buy more. Now that's just me, so I go every 4 to 6 weeks. Sometimes upwards of every 2 months, depending on how much I bought. I shop at Aldi and Walmart and Lidl, however you pronounce that. So I bargain shop. I do try and coupon. I do try and save some monies. But not putting towards that money to MLMs and buying all of this product and buying all of this stuff that I don't need. I basically buy what I need. And there will be a couple videos coming up on what I use, what I take, how it works for my body, why I take it, you know, whether it's from vitamins to my actual medications to other supplemental stuff to help to either balance my body, etc., etc. So there are videos coming with that. But I only buy what I need. If I'm out of hair, skin, and nails, I buy it. If I'm out of collagen, I buy it. If I'm out of vitamins, I buy it. If I'm out of protein, you know, I may not buy it right away. I'll wait until I get a paycheck or my husband gets paid, but then I get it. You know, I pick it up, I buy it. It's kind of what I do. Checking time. All right, I got a minute, so I got to wrap this up. But I only buy what I need, And I'm not just buying product to stay active. And the fact that I'm not just buying product to stay active and I'm not buying overpriced, overinflated prices of products, a protein powder, unless you're buying a 5-pound tub, protein powder costs $20 to $30 a month per a month's supply. So I'm only spending $20 to $30 a month, or every other month, every 6 weeks or so, depending on how often that it is used. Typically, I use it Monday through Friday and not on the weekends. So that does stretch out my usage because you take away a couple days and then you stretch that into the next month. So it does last me roughly about 4 to 6 weeks. But I'm not buying overpriced products. I'm not pouring money into things that I don't use just to stay active. I'm not buying stuff just to support friends because, you know, I'm not, as much as I respect the hustle, it's the business structure, it's the business model, it's the fact that they're being scammed by those companies. I've gone into that into other videos, but I'm not wasting money. Like, I'm spending money on, like, food, Smoothie King, Tropical Cafe, you know, gas, Rofo, Wawa, 7-Eleven, Dunkin' Donuts, you know, things that I really enjoy, but, you know, I'm not buying it every day. You know, I may pick up one weekly, every other week or something like that. Like, if you go onto my Instagram, because I had a trip, I got smoothie from Smoothie King because it was a last minute trip and I had no time to plan, pack, prep, anything like that. It was just, crap, I gotta grab something and go. And then I was like, crap, I'm hungry. I already ate my snack. Yeah. So that's how we were able to get our car, because I'm saving $200 to $300 a month, not spending money towards MLMs. And I went through a bankruptcy, which kicked out $80K of debt. So the moral of the story is, don't spend money on MLMs. And if you are in over your head in debt, go and do a bankruptcy, because those two things combined will, one, relieve you of debt, relieve you of stress, and be able to give you the luxury of building a savings and being able to get what you want and not just what you have to get. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave me comments below for other videos that you want to see. Interact with me on my Instagram. Interact with me in the comment section. I will catch you all in my next video. Bye!